Maybe.
Yeah, okay, what about on Twitch?
Right on, right on.
The confusing one. We live on it. As we are, I don't see us yet. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, made it.
All right. Stream. Patience, then we should get.
Right on, right on. Hey, Remus, here's that.
Okay. So, I do have a pre-show topic for you.
Okay.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming out soon. And by soon, I mean next year. That is the second game in the remake cycle.
Right, so you finally get out of the city.
Yeah. And that means that you're going to recruit a couple more characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means you're going to get Kate Sith.
Yeah.
However, Square Enix announced that they will be pronouncing the name the way they originally meant for the name to be pronounced in a game that had no voice dialogue, really.
Yeah.
And so they're going to be calling him Keishi, like the mythical creature.
That's not how it's spelled. It's spelled
right.
Kate.
Yes, it is. And this has led to people being a little upset, right?
Yeah.
And so my pre-show topic for you is, what is a time where you really liked the way you thought a character's name was supposed to be, and then later a company clarified and it was way worse?
I don't know. I can think of probably one I got the most wrong in trying to pronounce it. Because first few Dynasty Warriors didn't have any voiceovers, and then when they did, the translations were bad.
They called him Cal.
Yeah, and Cal P. Don't forget Cal P.
They called him Cal P.
Yeah. Dude, that was one of the worst. And no, I didn't like any of the ones I was calling. I just had it wrong.
Right.
Wrong.
For me, it's Final Fantasy X, where they didn't tell the localizers that the name was supposed to be Titus. It's spelled Titus, right?
Yeah.
They say Titus. I like Titus.
Yeah.
I don't like Titus.
No.
Hello, Will.
Yeah. I don't like that at all.
Never sat right with me. Aerith and Eris is a big one, right?
Yeah. That's two different spellings depending on where it was from, where you got it. Right?
Come on, Trey.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. It's anything outside of games that I can't really think of. Okay. Not. It's Celeborn, not Celeborn.
Yeah.
That was Celeborn forever.
Right.
It's Celeborn.
When they do the same thing with Celebrimbor, right? It's Celebrimbor, right?
Yeah.
But the games call him Celebrimbor.
Yeah.
Hurry up, Rundgren.
Those two. Look, I'm working on it as hard as I can. There's no hurry in nothing.
That's true. Especially this week with me getting to your house late. That's cutting into Gundam time.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to think of some other ones too, and the only one that like really comes to mind is from a book, which is Redwall. In Redwall, there's a character named Matthias. There's a character named Martin. There's a character named Matameo. I guess I don't know if when they made the audiobook, if they just didn't talk to Brian Jakes, the author, but they pronounced his name Matameo.
Okay.
And his name doesn't have an H in there. It's clearly Matameo. Pokemon's another very good one where they just get names very wrong.
How are you supposed to say this? There's actually one in the Lord of the Rings movie. It's not. It sounds at one point Ian McKellen as Gandalf. I swear he says troll.
Yeah.
Instead of troll. And that they have a troll. It's what? That one was weird.
I don't mind Kate Sith being Kashyyyk. It's not gonna mean the same as to me as Kate Sith did, right?
Anyway,
Yeah.
That's not Cloud.
Right.
That's Rungren.
I'm also not going to have Kate Sith in my party as much as possible.
That's true.
Not a good party member. Who knows? Maybe they'll change that. Maybe he'll be exceptional.
Well, okay. If it's like the first one, the seventh one.
Yeah.
It was I think Kate was valuable as long as you had the right party.
Yeah.
Like if you're just going like I can't remember what it was. I know Kate Sith could help out.
Yeah. Bye.
And like 13. 13 was another one that was like I liked having the party, but I don't think I always kept in the party.
Yeah. Yeah, Red 13 he's very cool. But
yeah,
once I got Vincent, my party was Cloud, Tifa, and Vincent pretty much for the rest of the game.
Okay. I got that.
Sorry. You give me Tifa, you give me Cloud, you give me cool vampire guy.
For what I remember the game, by the end of it, after the credits, it kind of seems like Red 13's the only one left.
Yeah.
Spoilers, I guess.
Red 13's cool. Okay, I like him. Maybe this game will make me want him in my party more, because in the original game, the characters are kind of all the same, other than their limit breaks.
Yeah.
And so,
well, because
more differentiation.
Yeah, well, you get everybody summoning anyway.
Mm-hmm. But like 8 has that same problem, right? You can draw with anybody, and so you can make them however you want. 6 does too. You put the materia on them, and they become, hey, these are their stats now. Yeah. Like on the one hand, that's cool because then you can make your party whatever characters you want. On the other hand,
got the power of love.
That's true. That's true.
So you can't say anything.
All right, well, you ready to kick this thing off then? Talk about the power of love?
It's the power. Yeah, I guess so. I
was about to do the intro, and I haven't changed the intro screen yet. Fix that. Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Full Spectrum Podcast. My name is Trey.
I am Rungren.
And we got some stuff to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
Good to have you back, buddy.
Thank you.
Do we want to... I didn't mean to cut you off there. I'm sorry.
I just said it's good to be back. It's better than the alternative.
Right. You want to start with pop quiz?
Yeah, I got a pop quiz for you. All right, let's talk about books.
Ooh.
Okay. And this first question is a little bit long. I don't want to be surprised if you don't get a few of these, even if you've never read them. Okay. So there's your first question. It's kind of like this one's kind of long.
Okay.
So 16 publishers turned down this girl's journal, including one who said, "This girl doesn't, it seems to me, have a special perception of feeling which would lift that book above the curiosity level." This oft-rejected book was eventually published under what name?
Twilight.
No, it was the Diary of Anne Frank.
I came to laugh at you.
Oh, wow. I came to laugh at you indeed. Thanks, Will. Wow, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't expect that.
I realize I did tell you that this was about books. I do not understand how you would think I would have a question about Twilight.
I just figured, Twilight's books too. So,
yeah. They should have been rejected. But I got a true or false for you. True or false? I'm glad you made it, Faith. You can't copyright a book title.
I feel like this is a trick, but it's actually, no, it might be true because movies, books, songs, they can all seem to have the same title until it becomes a movie. And then you can't. I'm going to say it's true.
It is true. You can't copyright a book title.
Because once it becomes a movie, then they can copyright the title, right?
I have no idea. I'm not a lawyer, Trey. I'm just asking the questions.
That's fair.
Watch out, bearded man!
Watch out, bearded man.
Ernest Vincent Wright wrote a 50,000 word novel, Gatsby, without ever using the most common letter in the English language. Which letter is that?
Can't be A and it can't be S because they're in Gatsby.
Oh. At least what, like 24 more? Okay.
Yeah. Is it the letter N?
What was that?
N?
No.
Okay.
No, it's the letter E. He wrote a 50,000 word book without ever using an E.
Is it not called The Great Gatsby?
No. That's Gatsby. This is Gadsby. G-A-D.
Oh, I thought you said Gatsby. Okay, that's still fair, though. That's fair.
I said Gadsby. I didn't say The Great Gatsby. It's a different book. Come on, Trey.
I thought you were just using slang.
Okay. Here we go. Make my marker here.
Oof,
True or
says
false?
Will.
True or false? Gone with the Wind was the only novel that Margaret Mitchell ever wrote.
I've never read the novel. I'm going to say false.
That's true. That's the only one she ever wrote.
Oh, cried. Disappointed indeed. I understand. 78.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean
I think you're jumping ahead to a different game, Remus.
getting it. I don't know. Look, YouTube can somehow break the second law of thermodynamics like that. Everybody's throwing out things.
That's true.
All right. Question number 5. You ready for this?
Yeah.
So Eric Blair wrote Animal Farm and 1984, but used a common name, common pen name. What was a pen name?
Common pen name? John Smith.
No, it's a common. Yeah, he wrote. Who wrote 1984? Who wrote 1984 in Animal Farm?
Chad, help me out.
It was
Yeah, it's
Faith Guy.
George Orwell, clearly. Yeah, of course.
My God.
I never
George
claimed to be cultured.
That was a pen name. Nobody accused you of it, Trey.
I grew up watching robots. The robots.
All right. So if you look at the copyright page in the front of a book, nice. Look at the copyright page in the front of a book. You'll see its ISBN number. What does ISBN stand for?
International
Okay.
Society of Book Nerds.
International Standard Book Number.
That's fair.
All right.
I'm just saying, I think an International Society of Book Nerds would be really cool.
I'm giving you an opening line to a book. Why don't you give me that book, okay?
Okay.
Call me Ishmael.
Moby Dick.
Very good.
Yeah,
Finally.
that one I know.
Okay.
Trey would not be in it. That's fair.
All right. Here's one I'll be impressed. Right? What is the right-hand page of an open book called?
Right-hand page of an open book.
Yeah, the left-hand page of an open book has got one name. The right hand has got another. You can give me either one, left or right.
Right-hand page is called Future Details.
Gosh. It's called the rectus. The left-hand page is the verso.
Okay.
Verso rectus.
Remus' answer was a good answer.
Right. That's the wrong page. The right page. All right. Patience and fortitude are the names of the landmark lions which stand in front of what building?
Library of Congress?
No, it's not there. No. It's the New York Public Library.
That's fair.
The world's first billionaire author made over $1 billion from books.
$1 billion from book sales.
Yeah.
Don't think God received the money, so he doesn't count.
No.
I'm going to say H.G. Wells.
Whew. No. Check it right. Your wife would know.
Oh, it's J.K. Rowling. Of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
I was going way back. I was like, that would have happened before.
And if you millennials had made any one of them authors a billionaire, the world would be a better place.
That's very true. That's very true.
Look at that stupid wizard with glasses.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. That was a tough one.
Unironically, I think she is watching Harry Potter with my siblings right now.
There you go. I'll do that. All right. Well, that was 3. You got the Call Me Ishmael one. I'll give you that was good.
I love Moby Dick. That's a great book.
Call Me Ishmael.
So is like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. When people go, oh, that book's not that good because it's so dry. And it's like that's the point of the book. He's a scientist, you know.
How deep did they go?
I said the wrong number a minute ago, didn't I?
No. How deep did they go?
I don't know actually.
That 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. How deep did they go?
That? Don't know.
Well, there's really no explanation in the book of how deep they go, except for maybe a couple of parts. You can tell 20,000 leagues is how far they traveled.
Oh, okay. I got you.
That's length.
Yeah.
Not depth.
So
or width.
As Will has pointed out, my wife would be disappointed with me for not knowing. No, that makes a lot of sense, and I can't help but wonder if the author of the book didn't know the difference.
I'm not sure, because if you go 20,000 leagues under the sea, you pop out the other side of the world into space.
That's fair. Okay? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that sounds about right.
It was written during a time of nautical exploration, and I'm thinking the author did.
Yeah,
I'm thinking he.
Maybe it was just too catchy not to use it.
I think so. That's how far they traveled.
First clickbait.
Traveled 20,000 leagues under the sea.
Yeah. But how deep?
They came up to the surface quite a few times.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of how deep, let's talk about Oath MS Team.
Why?
How deep do you want to dig into this?
Why? It's kind of. It was okay. I enjoyed it all right. It's like no harm, no foul.
Yeah. It really peaks with the Norris fight, right? And everything after that is just like, oh, okay, sure.
Yeah. And they got a couple of cool characters, like Karen.
Yeah.
And
Sanders?
Sanders, yeah.
I wish we'd got to know the GM sniper guy. The fact that he's just a dude.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's like there's stories in there that just a little backstory answering that, about 4 or 5. This is the first one that's like, that didn't go on too long. That seemed actually kind of too short. They didn't get through. That's why. Gundam. Yeah. It could have used some more stories on the back end.
Yeah.
Like maybe about his other teams he was a part of before they all died.
Also, it's really hard for me to let go of the fact that if they had a weapon that good, it wouldn't have been left out of Odessa. It wouldn't have just been under a mountain.
Yeah, right. But it got beat up.
Yeah, but Zeon
And
sent worse stuff after Amuro.
Yeah. And some of the art is kind of questionable. Like Long Neck Girl is really weird.
Yeah, there's too many scenes where Ina's neck is longer than her head.
Yeah, and the splash scene they have with her eyes a little bit off.
Yeah.
Back in, I don't know. It looks like, when she has Down syndrome or something.
Yeah.
In the picture with her eyes like that. It's really, it's kind of, I'm not gonna think about it. It just kind of feels thrown together, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Well, and you made the comment last time we talked about it that there could have been a really good series here with Sanders and Karen, and maybe throw in the rest of the team if you have to, and then the Zeon characters that get very briefly shown. That could have been a really good back and forth of jumping between the two sides, fighting each other.
Yeah. It's like they tried to bring you. It's like they tried to bring you into the Zeon story without giving you anything.
Yeah, we don't even know that guy's name that drove the DOP and fought the Gundam. We don't even know his name.
They won't even remember your name.
That guy was cool. So we talked about the series a lot, I guess, last time, but we didn't talk about the last episode. And you and I think, walked away from that last episode with different opinions on it.
Yeah.
You seemed more positive, and I was more negative.
Maybe I was just ecstatic it was done.
That could be it. Because I feel like that last episode is completely worthless, basically. There's no point in bringing in the Flanagan children. They never come up again.
Yeah. It was kind of a cop-out ending.
There they are. They never get a line, but there they are. They're okay.
Yeah. I'm saying though, the whole pennant thing, like take a couple of episodes and build up the necklace thing with Shiro and the girl. Let me know why it's important to the girl.
Yeah.
Other than she keeps a picture of her brother, or it was a gift or whatever.
Right. Wilson.
That could have been built up a little more. It just felt kind of like a little bit of a rush series.
Yeah.
Like the first one where I've been like, that could actually use like 3 more episodes.
Right. Well, I've had some time to sit on it, and I think if in episode 3 the Flanagan children had been brought in, and Shiro and Ina together had to hide them, and then that was the driving force for the Zeon soldier and the Federation soldier to work together, of Shiro being like, hey, these children are technically Zeon soldiers, the Federation won't just let them go, they're going to experiment on them. And Ina being like, look at what Zeon has done to these children, they need to be taken somewhere safe, and then the two of them trying to play their sides to keep those kids from being found, that could have been great.
Yeah.
If romance develops at that point, why not, right? Sure, go for it, but
right.
It would give them a reason to be together other than just, hey, yeah, we fell in love with each other at first sight. And...
Yeah, I think you're hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like the Kiki and the gorillas.
Yeah.
That it seemed like they didn't know what to do with that.
Right. Well, and in the novel, Kiki dies pretty early on in the novel.
Oh, okay.
And because I did go back and reread the novel, and the novel's incredibly dark. I know we talk a lot of times about how, hey, you should read the manga or what. Don't read the novel for this unless you just really want to be depressed. In the novel, a bunch of people die, and they die in very grisly ways. It's the novel is very much. How do I want to word this? It is misery for the sake of misery.
I like that novel too.
So just keep that in mind. I don't know. It feels like they went, well, we want to make this story lighter.
Yeah, and they went too far.
Yeah. Should have definitely still been some people dying.
I think so. They built up some cool scenes, like when Shiro goes around for the ambush. You got Karen and what's his name there? The team sitting back there.
Depression? The book. I don't know. I think everything with Guineas is a complete miss for me.
Well, it's definitely not the worst Gundam. It's not the best.
Not Victory.
No.
Victory killed characters for literally no reason.
Because they wanted to.
Why did Oliver die? Why?
Yeah.
All right.
Uh,
Have any more thoughts on 08 the Mess Team? Or are you ready to move on?
no, I think we're ready to move on, man. It's not a big blip one way or the other.
Yeah.
On the Gundam series, you know.
Love that Norris fight.
Yeah.
Norris Packard jumping in from above and stabbing a sword down into the top of a gun tank and it spraying oil everywhere. That's a cool scene.
Yeah, it's got some, but I mean, Gundam hasn't disappointed on the Gundam on the suits, right? The armors.
Yeah.
Um,
That's my fault, Will. If I get too loud, it echoes.
but yeah, they never disappointed on that aspect. That even the G Gundam had some cool suits, as goofy as that thing was.
Yeah.
Won't do that.
I know how much you loved, Neo Britons. Regal Gundam. That was it. The Regal Gundam.
Yeah.
That's true. The one Zaku cannon that shows up, it's there's so many times where there was a GM, like a slaughter GM that had Zaku indeed, that had a beam spray gun. When the slaughters, which are an upgraded version of the strikers, have beam rifles and beam sabers, and then the very next scene, it's just a GM striker again.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
There's so many stories that could have been told out of just that little section of Gundam history. You know, the yes, Universal Century, but the 1 year war, whatever. And it just wasn't a very good one. But yeah, I got nothing really more anything to say about it.
That was After War Gundam X.
Okay.
But before that, let's talk some weeks. How's your week been, sir?
Well, it's been something. Say that. I had some medical stuff to take care of. It wasn't that fun, but seemed to maybe got that turned off. But I've been watching a lot of House. MD.
Okay.
Yeah. Right at the beginning of the 4th season, a couple episodes in. I can't remember exactly which episode in. Season 4. And I don't know. I just like the show.
Yeah.
It's wrapped very. They got a couple of times they go like, this is part. This episode's part 1. The next episode's part 2. But any one of the episodes, you might be a little bit lost on the going around the patient, right?
Yeah.
But the show fits in its time slot, right?
Right.
You get this arc, and you can watch it and try to fill in what might be going on in the personal relationships of others. But you still get that locked in. If you watch this episode, you'll have some questions, but you're still going to get a cool story,
right?
All in one story, right? One thing, I like the way it was cast. I think the cast is very good, and I think it's a smart setup.
Yeah.
I don't know how good the medical writing is, but as far as telling the story and shooting it, it's well shot. Like I said, I really appreciate the casting again.
Yeah.
Everything from House, Hugh Laurie, to the original 3 he has, Chase, Cameron Foreman, a neurologist, an immunologist, and I forgot what Chase was. The surgeon.
Been too long.
House fiction. No, I don't think so. No. I am making sure I can talk to the doctors when I go see him, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, watching medical shows and spouting off nonsense from them is exactly what doctors love.
Yeah, they love that.
Yeah. It's not sarcoidosis.
Well, House told me.
I did a differential diagnostic at home based on House's rules.
Look, Cameron told me in my dream
Oh, really? Yeah. No, but I get and in a weird way, I can kind of relate to House.
Yeah.
It's just I'm not as verbal as he is
Hmm.
about aggravating stuff sometimes,
Yeah.
and he can be downright mean about it.
Yeah.
But
For
yeah,
sure.
that would make you Wilson.
Huh. That's
You,
true.
you could be Wilson. Great oncologist.
Yeah, I don't
Very
think that upsets me, really.
no, Wilson's a
Yeah,
great.
Wilson's great.
That's the whole thing. I'm talking about the casting, all the side characters.
Yeah.
A lady, I forgot her name. I had a couple of the names. I checked them before this.
That's fair.
Fair enough. Fair
That's
enough.
fair.
There's still time. The but like Cuddy, the lady that plays Cuddy,
Yeah.
um, they but there's this thing. Each character kind of has a point of doing it.
Yeah.
And House has got the classic point of doing it, but Cuddy and Foreman like pull it off best. Those actors, it's Omar Epps, and I can't remember the lady's name. But anyway, the actors do play these parts.
Yeah.
Where they're going to they'll be like aggravating, talking about something, then they'll hear something that will make them realize whatever, okay, we got to turn it back to the patient, or this is, something doesn't change. And it's like an immediate change in stance and face, in tone of voice.
Right.
And everything to carry that emotion through it. It's just well done. And it's kind of the, for me, I know like there's a whole lot of medical, not necessarily sitcoms, dramas,
Right.
sitcoms, what have you, through that.
Some
For
of them
me, this I
suck.
think is my favorite one. With that, I think so. Yeah, going through that.
Yeah, some of them are not good.
Yeah, and there's some weird stuff you see on that show.
Yeah.
Always like interesting things. That's pretty cool. People can have that. And and look,
Welcome back.
for an English actor with an English accent, he pulls off House pretty well.
Yeah.
Hugh Laurie does a really good an American accent, and it never. I haven't caught him not quite sounding like House.
Yeah.
He sounds like House. I'm sure you shoot it 5 or 100 times, something like
Right.
that. But still, he maintains it through. Especially when you've seen some of his other stuff, like when he was with Rowan Atkinson,
Yeah.
doing Blackadder and stuff like that.
When like Andrew Lincoln, I think that's his name, that does Walking Dead.
Yes,
like-
the sheriff, right?
Yeah. Rick Grimes.
Yeah.
There are times where you can hear his accent bleed in, right? He does a great job. I don't think it's his fault. I think they just didn't take extra takes.
Possibly.
But there are times where you can hear it bleed in, and I can't ever remember one without.
Yeah, no, we're gonna keep watching. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Because there's 8 seasons. I'm gonna try to get through all. I'm gonna watch it. I want to watch 8 all through all 8 of them.
Yeah.
I've seen a bunch of the episodes. I've never watched it straight through.
Right.
So good show. Like I said, I'd recommend it. It's well cast. I think it's got great acting. I like a lot of the shots they get.
Yeah.
The scene set up. They don't. Some of the, like when they go inside, to show what this neuron in the brain breaking or whatever. Some of that is dated.
Yeah.
The animation they use for that, but the actual setup of shots, the angles and everything, is really solid.
Right.
And I think that holds up. It's all these little small things that make the show work really well. You got to have the good casting. You got to have the right shots to make the story flow, and things like that. So, but that's what I've been doing.
Okay.
It's been pretty one-dimensional from my end. That's medical stuff.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what we're gonna be on the House for a while.
That's fair.
So we got seasons, so maybe talking about that again. And if I catch him, I'll let you know. So how was your week, sir?
On the lookout. My week's been pretty good. I watched One Piece episode of East Blue.
Okay.
So I'm attempting to find all of the ways that One Piece's first arc, like set of arcs have been, first real arc, I guess, have been done for the sake of a video. I've watched the Netflix live action. I did forget how to type. Yes, I don't know why my brain shut down at East Blue. Yeah, you need to call Dr. House. But watched the live action. I've read the manga back through East Blue. I want to do a video on each one individually because that's where the live action stopped, was at the end of East Blue. And so read the manga back through there, and then I wanted to watch the anime for it, but I didn't really have time to sit down and just watch 70 episodes.
Yeah.
And episode of East Blue is a movie that cuts together all of the intros of the characters and all of the big story moments from East Blue into an hour and 46 minutes.
Okay.
And so I watched that today, and I think I'm in a pretty good spot to make that video now. I think if you're somebody that watched the live action and you're like, hey, I want to watch One Piece the anime, I don't want to rewatch all the stuff that I've already seen, but I do want to see what differences the anime has.
You need a Cliff Notes version.
Yeah. Hey, I don't want to start 70 episodes in and not know what's going on in the anime, but I also don't want to watch 70 episodes of stuff I already kind of know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
The episode of East Blue is a great way to start it. There's a couple of things that are added that didn't necessarily have to be there, but I understand why they did it, to try and get the pace quicker. Like, characters move to places they weren't at in the anime or in the manga to be able to get things told faster. And there's a couple times where you can really tell, hey, it's the end of the fight time. We're going to take this scene that was like 2 minutes in the anime, and we're going to speed it up by double. We're going to bring it 200% speed. And now the action is like super fast to try and get that done. But they also like made new scenes for action.
That's got like that Errol Flynn Robin Hood effect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really
Absolutely. It's weird, but it's not bad. And I think that it's a good way to do it. It kind of made me want to watch the rest of the recap movies. Like episode of Drum Island, episode of Alabasta. Yeah, now a fight doesn't take 5 episodes to complete. That's true. So
then is it really a fight?
But if you're somebody that watched the live action, you're like, hey, I want to get into One Piece. Episode of East Blue you watch that movie, you're good to go. You can start watching the anime right from there. I'll let you know next week if you can just watch, because they did 3 more recap movies: episode of Drum Island, episode of Alabasta, and episode of Skypiea, which cover entire full arcs. So I'll watch those and let you know next week if you can just watch all those movies and then start 135 episodes into One Piece. Look, it saves you a 20th of the entire runtime of the show. So, I mean,
Yeah, cutting down, time saving.
But
just watch the rest of it in twice speed.
Yeah, there you go.
Double speed, you'll be all right.
Look, when you get to Dressrosa, you're gonna have to double the speed because Toei extended all the episodes to try and make it last longer because the manga, they were getting caught up to the manga.
He didn't want that.
So, yeah, that's when you get, hey, this fight was 4 panels in the manga and it's 6 episodes in the anime. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon Ball full episode of charging. Yeah, exactly. There is, we joke about it, but there is one in the Cell Saga. There is a full episode that Vegeta charges up Final Flash against Cell. Granted, we're jumping around to other characters during that episode, but at the start of the episode, he starts charging. It's next episode before he ever uses it.
I want to do a parody of that. Just like have one person just standing there doing the charge. Just I never want to cut to somebody like just random stuff.
Yeah,
like somebody at Starbucks is like, yeah, I'd like a venti caramel macchiato, please. Road worker out on the road was like stopping traffic and letting them go. Great.
That would be funny. Be very funny.
I feel a 30-minute spot with that. I'll do that.
I also
turns red and passes out.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
You heard that the guy that voices Goku in the dub passed out in the booth once, didn't you?
No.
Yeah. He was doing the stream for the Super Saiyan 2 transformation. And the first 2 takes of it, where he did the scream for a full 6 minutes straight, taking like micro breaths so he could keep it going. You know. They said, yeah, no, neither of those 2 takes sounded good. Can you do it a third time?
Okay, I got a story.
Okay.
Personal story. So, here's a go. When I was playing the bars, so the band I was in, it was a 3-piece band. I played guitar song, had a bass player, had a drummer. We did a mix of original and cover songs. We were playing at this bar, a little stage set up. We're rocking and rolling. And we're covering a song by Nirvana. The song's called Senseless Apprentice.
Mm.
And it's got a cool kind of beat to it that you know you can headbang to.
Yeah.
Everything, but it's got a screaming part in there, and that's actually kind of the chorus. It's kind of screaming, and was doing that at the club. And we got the flashing lights going on, and people standing out drinking and doing all the thing. And I'm doing the chorus towards the end of the song, and the world starts doing this.
Oh no.
Look at that. And I don't black out, but I fall down to my knees, and I'm on my knees dizzy, like almost went all the way, but the world got like, it's like the end of a
That's not good.
cartoon. Everything's black except for this little tunnel vision.
Yeah.
No, what it means now. And it came back, but I was on the floor. I never quit playing.
Nice.
Staying on it. Never quit playing.
Nice.
But yeah. I almost killed me dang self trying to do that song. I kind of feel for the Goku guy.
Yeah. Will says it might be SS3, Super Saiyan 3, and not Super Saiyan 2, but
okay,
it's fair. Either way, on the third one, he passes out in the booth.
Either way, oxygen was not getting to his brain.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So, I beat Hi-Fi Rush, which I'd been saving for after I got done with that stretch of reviews,
Yeah.
Great game. Phenomenal game. I played the first playthrough with the streamer mode on, which means that I didn't have any licensed music. I had all music that was recorded in-house that were cover songs that weren't the same song, but were meant to evoke some of the same feel as the same song. Yeah. It wasn't until I went back and played some of the levels with the licensed music that I was like, man, this is a different experience, but in like a good way. They're both really good. Did somebody in house play guitar?
House.
Oh,
House
okay.
play guitar.
Makes sense.
By the way, Hugh Laurie is quite the musician.
Yeah.
Quite the musician.
That's cool.
His pianist first, but yeah. Yes, he got at one scene he had a $12,000 freaking Gibson Flying V, 1967, and is playing it throughout. I think it was a Fender Twin Reverb.
Played the music. Well, not quite, but
yeah.
No, it's for anybody that might forget, Hi-Fi Rush is the rhythm character action game. And so it was in-house. That's true. I did say that. They have a band as part of the team because the game is built around the music, right? The whole world moves to the music. The enemies move to the music. Your hits combo if you hit on beat. It is a blast.
Come on, Trey.
Songs like Too Big to Fail that are recorded. I know, Will. That are recorded in-house are really, really good. But then you look at the track for like, hey, this is what you would have got otherwise, and you have like, 1 Million by 9 Inch Nails, or The Perfect Drug by 9 Inch Nails, or Lonely Boy by the Black Keys, or Whirring by the Joy Formidable, or Wolfgang's Fifth Symphony by Wolfgang Gartner, and it's like, oh, okay.
Got me intrigued with the 9 Inch Nails. I'm a fan of Trent Reznor.
It's good stuff, man. And I think the streamer mode songs are just as good, which is like, I didn't realize who it was that was making the other songs, right? And obviously they're all covers. It's not the original version. That'd be way too expensive for the small team to do. But the fact that I listened to a song called Too Big to Fail and was like, man, this song's really good. And I went and replayed that level and was like, oh, there's supposed to be a Nine Inch Nails song playing here. Okay. And I walked away from it going, this song's really good, but I can't decide which one I liked more, you know?
Oh, my gosh.
I was like, man, this is good stuff. We're going to talk about Lies of Peace. Hold on.
Yeah, I had Pretty Hate Machine. That was like a soundtrack for my angsty Gen X teens.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
This is the kind of game, it's on Game Pass. If you like music, I really think, and especially if you're okay with character action games, you don't have to be great at them for this game. It will let you get by. You won't get the S scores, but it'll let you get by. I didn't get S's, and I'm good at rhythm games. I'm not good at action games. And so I got a bunch of A's, and that was fine because I was having a blast. It is so much fun to do a combo like with the music, and your guitar is going like on beat each time.
Yeah.
And then you get the good combo, and you're up in the air firing a laser beam down at the ground, and then your striker comes in to hit him, and the whole time it's too big to fail. It's like, yeah! And then you see your score at the end, and you go, I could have done better, but it's okay.
You get a trigger warning for that statement. Too big to fail.
Yeah.
That's 2008 right there. That's why
it is. It is. Well, and the whole point of the song is that the boss thinks they're too big to fail. Yeah.
Facts and all that.
Yeah.
Testify. They're too big to fail.
Yeah.
We got to pump money. Anyway, I'm gonna get off on a tangent.
It didn't work that way for him, but no, it's a really fun game. I like it a lot. I think the characters are really good. There is a whole boss fight. Disappointed indeed. There's a whole boss fight dedicated to learning the parry. And the beat during that boss fight is so good. It's low key, but every parry has to be to the beat. And so it's just, it's perfect. And if you fail the parry, it's okay. This whole boss fight's about learning the parry. We're going to repeat that cycle till you get this parry down.
Okay.
So it's good stuff. Firmly recommend it. Very short. I beat it in like 11 hours, maybe total. Not a lot of levels. Really hoping that they make another game because it was very good.
Batty the
And then yes, I played Lies of P. That game's very good.
You like it?
I like it a lot. I'm playing as Pinocchio. And Pinocchio has a sick robot arm. No, I like among Souls-likes, because it very much is that, right?
Okay.
There are a lot of different ways you could mix it up, and most people don't. Most people don't mix it up at all, right? It's, hey, this is where, like, Wolong Fallen Dynasty. That mixes it up by going, hey, you're in a set location from history. There is weird stuff going on. There's demons here, right? Neo goes, yeah, instead of the normal stuff, there's going to be demon summons, and you can use ninja abilities and stuff, Lies of Peace says, hey, what if you could take every weapon and break it off from its handle and mix and match weapons with handles so that you have the blade of this weapon and the moveset of this weapon. And it changes everything. I got a police baton that was not a very good weapon for the playstyle that I'm going for, right? You have to be very close to the enemy to be able to hit them with it. And it's got like a little short bash animation.
Oh, so you don't get the handcuffs with it?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay. That's how they pull it off.
Yeah. Yes. I attached a greatsword blade to the baton handle. So now I go, bam, right in front of me with a greatsword.
Yeah.
It feels really good.
Bet it does.
I turned a slash weapon into a thrust weapon. It's a curve blade. It definitely should just be for slashing normally, but because of the way that I did it, now I go at an angle with a stab, and I get so much reach with it. So I took 2 weapons that were fine before and 2 hilts that weren't that great before, and I made a build that's just mine, right? That feels good.
Right on.
The soundtrack is so good. They have some songs that were written just for the game that they got recorded with vocals. And when you find a record in-game, you can go back to your base and play it on the gramophone. And if you listen to the whole record, you gain more humanity.
Okay.
And the songs are real pretty so far. Liking it a lot. We're going to be playing it Friday.
Okay.
Were it not for the fact that Fridays are supposed to be frivolous and we have some other weird stuff we want to play, we would just be playing Lies of P till we beat it. Really like that game.
What happened? You'll have an excuse.
Yeah, I really like that game. We're going to take a detour. Actually, I'll announce it at the end of the podcast. I have another weird plan for the next Friday after the one that we already have planned after Lies of P. We're going to do something real dumb, and it's going to be a bunch of fun, I think. But you got to wait till the end to hear it. And then lastly, I've been painting Warhammer 40k models.
Nerd.
Wanted to show off my Redemptor Dread.
Yeah.
He's getting there. I don't have all the fine details done on him yet, but he's getting there.
Nice.
Like him a lot. I went for like a weathered style on him, so I did some chip work. It was the first time I tried it. You can't really make out the weathering all that well, but he's got like a graininess to him. Makes it seem like he's been in a sandstorm, you know?
Nice.
He does have some long legs. This is my Death Company Dreadnought, who I think is a lot closer to being done painting-wise and looks really cool.
Wouldn't want to meet either one of them in a dark alley.
Right. This one is a lot shorter, though. So, I mean, if you had to choose.
Right.
But
one of them shoot me, it looks like, so never mind.
Yeah, one of them. This one also has guns. He just has them inside at the bottom of his claws.
They can be sneaky when he shoots me.
Also, these things here are called Magna Grapples. And he can fire them to grapple vehicles and people and then claw them.
Okay.
Also, just real quick, Lies of P, you get a grapple arm. I also got an electric arm that lets me zap people. But you can break weapons of enemies in that game. And so you can grapple somebody's blade, and if they keep blocking, you just break their sword with your grapple hook. It's super cool. Anyway, we'll move on from my week. I do want to do a video once I have all of them painted of like, hey, this is what it's like painting 3,000 points of Space Marines. I know, we're going to do it at some point, but I don't have an Xbox in here. We have to play on Xbox because the crossplay's stupid. Let's talk reviews. Let me take Will's name off the wall.
Get him off there.
Gotta earn it again. Where's the wall at? There it is.
Get him down.
So,
Get him.
we're starting off with a game that we wanted to talk about a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
That the reviews hadn't dropped yet. Do you remember The Lamplighters League?
I don't know.
This is the one that is like the Lara Croft isometric game.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go 79.
I do want to specify, because I always get told I don't give enough information. The combat is turn-based, tactical style.
Okay.
That affects scores. There you go. You have that. You said you're going with what?
79.
79. Okay.
Will and Remus playing Let's Make a Deal. One above, one over. Here.
The score is 73.
Okay. A little bit lower than I thought it would be, but not too much.
We have a lot of reviews tonight. So would you just want one blurb, or do you still want two?
Just go with one. Just
Okay.
go with one.
So I'm going to give you this one from Xbox Era, because I think this will give you the most information about this.
Okay.
At launch, I cannot recommend the Lamplighters League on Xbox. It runs terribly while looking ugly and is a broken and buggy mess. Once the game is patched up and fixed, though, it's a gem. Great gameplay, a deep metagame, intriguing story, and one of the best video game soundtracks I've heard will be there waiting for you, and hopefully still in Game Pass.
Okay. Kind of interesting review. Why is it not surprising to have a game? It's broken when they release it and you buy it.
Yeah.
You gotta wait for it. Then they got to use the money from sales to fix it.
In the year of our Lord 2023, that wouldn't happen.
Never. I'm gonna sit with my same score.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit with 79. Perhaps they will recommend it. Perhaps they won't.
75. I'm sure we still have an 86 from Waverly.
Yeah. There's no telling how far behind the streams got on a couple other things if it has.
Right.
There we go. 78. Faith with 79. Copycat.
Score is 56%.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I had high hopes for this one, but not quite.
Yeah.
Oof, indeed.
Oof, indeed.
Next up is Disgaea 7. Vows of the Virtueless.
Okay. I think I'm going to go a little bit higher with this score. I'm going to go 87.
Okay. For anybody who doesn't know, Disgaea is a long-running JRPG franchise where you can grind forever. So 87, 82, 88, 89, 86. The score is 84. Everybody was within range.
Yeah. We were close. That's got some history holding it up, though, too.
Yeah. Spazio Games says, even if very conservative in its nature, Disgaea 7 is a very solid entry in the franchise, thanks to some new ideas, such as the kaiju-like transformation, that's all I needed to hear, and the online asynchronous multiplayer, and hundreds of hours of content. But beware, the latest one comes at the cost of a lot of repetition and grinding.
Well, that's the game, though.
Right. So, it's more of that. It's more of Disgaea. For anybody who's like, well, I don't know, what do they mean by grinding? Look, in Disgaea, you can level up your weapon not by going and fighting monsters with it. You level up your weapon by going inside the weapon's item world and grinding in the item world, and that levels up your weapon.
Is it? Is it?
I got 32 minutes on the clock, Nightbot. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Stay off the juice, Nightbot. Come on. 80.
Okay.
80s, man. They can recommend it, yeah.
If you like Disgaea, you're probably going to like this one, you know?
No. 82 coming in, and 81, and 87.
Score is 100%.
No.
Yep. These people really like Disgaea. Look, it's at the point where if you're reviewing Disgaea 7,
yeah,
you're probably a Disgaea fan, and you're in for the grind. Hi, Dark.
100% recommendation is crap. Whatever.
Next up is Payday 3.
Oh. All right. 82.
Okay. Who doesn't know, Payday is a series about robbing banks and other places. The developers have been in a lot of hot water for a while, is maybe the way to say it.
Maybe so.
They've made a lot of questionable decisions over the years.
Woo. A couple of low scores in here. All right.
The critic average score is 64.
Well, We're all 20 off. Okay, whatever. That's not a great score though.
Nope. Again, going with how many reviews we have, I'm just gonna read one for you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna read Atomics, who says Starbreeze promised the apex of the Payday series and delivered a game that looks last gen that's nearly impossible to play thanks to the terrible matchmaking and the awful servers. This game is a joke and should be called an alpha version.
Wow. 49.
Okay. What do you think, chat, for the recommended score?
I'm a convert. 48. Maybe we got some low scores in here. When I get that. 47. 0. Go. Heck with this game. Nobody wants it.
Nobody really did want it. That's the worst part, I don't think. People just wanted Payday 2 to be good again. The score is 35%. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me, Dark.
Oh, man. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
All right. So next up, we have Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. This is the big expansion to Cyberpunk 2077.
So does Solid Snake show up in Cyberpunk? Is this... I'm confused with
Phantom Liberty.
I think I'm getting some... No! Something messed up.
I can hear David Hayter saying Phantom Liberty.
Yeah.
Phantom Liberty.
Yes.
Looking into making a solo single-player non-online update for the game because no one can play it online. Hopefully they do so people can at least get their money's worth out of it, maybe.
Rough. Okay, for this, you know what? I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to go 84.
Okay. Got an 85, a 76, an 86.
86, yes. A yes. 90, 77. Good span.
Score is 89.
Okay.
Dark's here, so the dark curse continues. As usual.
I wanted this game to be great. You buddy.
So I have one review for you from Games Radar Plus, who says, between the 2.0 update and Phantom Liberty, Cyberpunk 2077 is a different game now. Not only looks more beautiful than ever, watch out indeed, but it's also vast. The Phantom Liberty expansion adds 13 core missions, 17 new side quests and gigs, and a brand new ending for the base game. It's a lot of content without even thinking about what's been added in the 3 years between now and launch.
Okay. That's kind of the dumb thing to do in a review. I have no, like, you tell me it gets all these quests and side quests and stuff.
How long are they?
That too. How long are they?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a lot compared to the game? If the game started out with maybe 13 missions, that's huge.
Yeah.
If the game got 80 missions or 100 missions, that may not be that big. But
yeah.
Anyway.
No, I agree. There weren't any better ones, unfortunately.
I'm going to go 90.
All right.
I think they're excited. I'm going 90. 90.
Score is 97%.
97? Apparently they fixed the game a bit. I don't know.
Seems like it. There was one review from somebody that was like, it's still not what they promised. Yeah, but you're reviewing the expansion. You're not reviewing the base game. How's the expansion?
Yeah.
2 out of. Next up, Fate Samurai Remnant.
Fate Samurai Remnant.
It's a Fate game, but you're playing with more active combat than what you'll find in a lot of the Fate games.
Okay. All right. Let's go
For sure, Dark.
80 on this.
You said 82?
83.
83, sorry. I don't think so, Dark.
Will, why are you even trying? I know what you're doing.
I've watched a few videos. I don't think it's quite as deep as a lot of the Dynasty Warriors style games that get like, hey, this series is doing Dynasty Warriors, you know? But I think it still is close enough that if you're a fan of that series, it's like, yeah, it doesn't have that name, right? It's not made by that team, but you're probably still going to enjoy it.
Okay.
Niche Gamer says, if you're new to Fate and you want to have some fun battling armies of monsters or thugs, then Fate Samurai Remnant is worth a look for the satisfaction of the thrill of the fight. Just be ready for a lot of reading. If you're already a Fate fan, then Fate Samurai Remnant will be the ultimate Fate experience.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, I didn't tell you the score. I'm sorry. Score was 81.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna go for the for the recommended. I think I'm gonna go 85.
85. Okay. Those were the rules that week, Dark. No, it's fair. It's fair. The worst part is, like, at some point, you might think that I'm doing it on purpose just to get Dark. I'm really not. It's just that incredibly unlucky. Fate Extella was Dynasty Warriors. That's what I've heard, is that it's more of the Dynasty Warriors style. But the score is...
Samurai Japanese. Come on, people.
90%.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to look into this one. Wait for it to go on a good deep Steam sale and then take a look. That's right. The curse is broken for now. Next up is Cocoon. And Cocoon is the newest game by the people that made Limbo.
Okay.
That should give you a little bit of an idea of what kind of game it is. Wait for the win.
You know what? I keep thinking of the old movie and the old Stephen King short story. So I'm gonna go 79.
Okay. You reviewed it last week, Dark. Did you like it? You're right. Within three times, you get your name on the board. The score is 88.
Okay.
Seemed to like it.
Sounds like it.
So, worth playing says, Cocoon is a simple game, but for a game that amounts to shuffling orbs around, it does a fantastic job of providing a sense of progression and advancement. Strong visuals give the game a solid sense of identity, and similar to Limbo, it's the basic design that helps it shine. Overall, it's a solid indie puzzle title, and while there's certainly no shortage of those, Cocoon is one that's well worth playing.
Okay. Really? Okay.
Pretty good then. You thinking?
87. 87.
Brain Breaker.
That's cool.
Not like a Blade Breaker from Beyblade. Or Liza P. The score is 96%.
Oh, wow. High scoring games today.
Yeah, it's also really high for how low the critic average is, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad. It just surprised me.
Okay.
3
Fine.
again.
Fine.
All right. That moves us into announcements. And we have a Stardew Valley update. 1.6 has been previewed, a sneak peek of it. No release date yet, but just again, the fact that this game continues to get more and more free content is boggling my mind. He's adding this time for free a new major festival, 2 new mini festivals, new late game content, new items and crafting recipes, 100+ new lines of dialogue, winter outfits for all the villagers, and new rewards for completing billboard requests, as well as support for 8-player multiplayer, a new farm type, and new secrets. So, just, if you're still playing Stardew, the game's going to get better again, and it's going to cost you nothing. So
that's the right price.
Right?
I can afford that.
Second announcement is kind of a weird one. Story of Seasons. There are now 8 people, yeah, probably. Second announcement is a little weird. It's the Elder Scrolls Castles.
Okay.
Do you remember Fallout Shelter?
Yeah.
This is that, but with an Elder Scrolls skin put on top of it.
Oh my gosh.
They are making as much money off this type of game as they can.
Yeah. Yeah.
The worst part is, to me, it doesn't even look like Elder Scrolls. Like, it just looks like generic fantasy to me.
Yeah. Well, they put out the other one, that other mobile game. What was it? Blades?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crap.
I'm going to link you this picture, and I'm going to put it on stream where everybody can see.
Fine. See this abomination.
Because I don't see the Elder Scrolls in it. Maybe I'm just blind, but...
Yeah. I'm waiting. Go.
There you go.
There we go. No, not really.
Tell me what you think of that, chat.
I would think, like, if you showed me this, and it's not exactly the same, if you showed me this and went, hey, they're kind of redoing King's Quest.
Yeah.
And that would feel like more like that than this.
Yeah.
You put the ladder in your pocket. Ow.
Right. There's one more picture I want to send you and pull up on stream.
Okay.
That's also supposed to be from this game, which is a dragon. And again, it looks nothing like a Elder Scrolls dragon to me. It's very clear they're just going for like a fantasy style thing. Trying to, in my opinion, make a quick buck off of it.
That's what they're trying to do.
Not quite dark, but it doesn't look like an Elder Scrolls dragon, that's for sure.
Yeah. This Hero Wars. Download now.
Right?
Oh my gosh. That's awful.
If it's free on mobile, I'll probably do a video on it. If it's like Fallout Shelter and it's like $5.99 on mobile, it was not worth that. So
No.
I don't know.
No.
That's where we're at on that. People hate it already. So
Sure, man. It's a waste.
Yep.
You could have done another DLC for Skyrim or Fallout or Starfield.
Yep.
You know.
The mug you have with a cross section of the castle. It's fair. And finally, for announcements, we have Game Pass games. Got some good stuff coming here. I'm excited. Gotham Knights, cloud, PC, and console.
Okay.
So if you haven't played that one yet and you've been looking for it, there you go. Time to play Skyrim on your toaster, on your smartwatch.
Right.
Then the Lamplighters League, cloud, console, PC.
Okay.
So, hey, if you're excited to try that one. Warhammer 40k Darktide is coming to cloud and console on October 4th. That's great. That's the Vermintide version for 40k, yeah.
Okay, so
which they haven't fixed yet the crafting, and so you shouldn't pay money for, in my opinion. So Game Pass is a great way to play it.
Fair enough. Well, for the longest time, the first and second Vermintide were on there.
Yeah, and those are great games. But those are games where when you finish a mission, you can actually make new stuff and not have to do an entire mission. Just get one weapon that gets outmoded after you do 2 more missions.
Yeah.
Forza Motorsport coming to cloud, console, and PC October 10th. That's a day 1 Game Pass release. A new Forza Motorsport.
Nice.
From Space, solo co-op action online shooter. Skyrim in your head edition.
Yes.
Cloud console PC October 12th. Like a Dragon Ishin. Cloud console PC October 17th. I haven't picked this one up yet because I didn't have an extra $60 just throw around, you know? So, stoked for that. Nice. Right. Very cool.
I'd like to mess around with the new Forza game.
Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy is available now, cloud console PC. So if you've been wanting to play some of those, there's the whole trilogy right there.
Right on, that's cool.
And if you have Ultimate, I guess this is now a new thing they're adding in here on this. If you have Ultimate, you get 3 months of access to Minecraft Realms Plus, and you get 6 heroes in Overwatch 2.
That totally not worth it.
Nope. Leaving, kind of unfortunate, some of these. Avil, cloud console and PC. Overwhelm, PC. Shinzen IO, PC. The Legend of Tianding, cloud console and PC. Trek to Yomi, cloud console and PC. That's a really new game. Came out last year. Leaving already. That's the Kurosawa film looking game where you play it in black and white with the wind effects and everything. Samurai game. And then Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion, cloud console and PC.
Okay.
I wanted to play that game. I'm not going to have time, unfortunately. But I should have. I should have made time. And that's announcement.
Okay.
That leads us into news.
All right, news.
And I got to reword this. I thought when I first heard this story that I had misunderstood it, and he did not get all of the achievements. And only got all the titles. He did, in fact, get all of the achievements.
What?
So, FF14 player is the first in the world to get all 2,000 plus achievements in the game. The player is a Japanese player that has remained anonymous in all the articles. In all the articles, they have kept him anonymous. I don't think it's on Xbox yet, but it is supposed to be coming. But I wanted to give you a quick rundown as to why this is news. Because of course there's somebody that's going to do every achievement in an MMO, right?
I guess.
It always happens, right? So, to be able to get all of the achievements, there are a couple really difficult ones, right? Like you got to clear every savage and every ultimate fight. You got to get every mount. You got to complete every relic weapon in the game, which means you have to level all the classes. You have to do the relic step for all the jobs. You have to clear all 3 deep dungeons solo, which are designed for 4 players to do. It's very difficult to do it solo. Myself and 2 other players tried to clear the first one all the way through, and it gets to the point where one mistake will get you killed. And we were not able to do it.
Can't do it.
You also need 20,000 pieces of the Accursed Horde, which is completely random. You have to win 5,000 PvP matches. Not even how many you play. You have to win that many. You have to kill 5,000 S-rank hunt marks, which only spawn every couple hours on each server. And you have to be the one that kills them. You have to amass 500,000 Ishgardian restoration points for every crafting job. That's about 11 hours per job. And there's 11 of them. You have to clear multiple synced Savage raids with full parties of blue mages, which is niche side content. And you have to do it at level. You can't you can't do it with better gear. You have to get the Who Wants to Be a Gillionaire achievement, which is 10 million gil just from Leave Quests. Just to get the Leave Quests, to be able to get that amount, you need to do them for 7.5 years.
Apparently, he's been playing a while.
Yeah, apparently.
Corito?
Yeah, pretty much. You have to. Oh, go ahead.
Name, right?
Yeah, from SAO. Yeah.
SAO, Corito. Okay.
Yeah. The Beater. You have to fully complete the Gold Saucer, get all the achievements from there. You have to get all the Treasure Dungeon achievements, which are rough because they're completely random, which doors show up. And you have to get the Luckiest of Lords and Ladies, which means you have to win the Cacpot, which is that's literally like winning the Powerball, right? Like, the worst part is, I thought I would tell you this and be like, look, this guy is so far ahead of everybody else. There's another player that's 2 achievements behind.
Yep, 2 achievements too slow.
Yep.
That's insane.
Yeah, there was a Reddit post about it on the FF14 subreddit, and the response from there was not, oh man, I'm so proud of this guy, he did great. It was legitimate concern. It was, hey, is this guy okay? Does this guy need help? Is he eating well?
He got an IV.
Oh,
nutrients.
So yeah, that's this guy will probably wind up getting his character's name somewhere in the world.
Right? Yeah.
But apparently,
be the best at it.
Right. Apparently, he himself is trying to keep his own actual name, username, both hidden. He doesn't want those spread around. So just his character's name is what's known. And out of respect for his wishes, I'm not going to spread his character's name around either. But
well, just based on the context clues I have about this person, I am convinced they are a hardcore introvert.
Yeah, probably.
Nobody does it.
Right. You know. They would have been on the rooftops going, I got them all! Yeah.
Right. It was me. I did it, dadgummit.
Yeah.
But no. I hope they can manage that.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool. Stay hidden.
Wow. What a crazy thing to do in a lot of ways. I do not have that kind of patience in this life.
Yes.
Like, I've put a lot of time into video games, and even then, not that much. I was 2 achievements away from being the first person to get all of the Halo Wars 1 achievements on Xbox.
I've been waiting for this.
And then you played something else.
And then I played something else. And I didn't want to do 600,000 online matches.
I am not afraid of the man who has practiced 100 kicks one time. I'm afraid of the man who has practiced 1 kick 100 times.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
I this guy Corito, he's the guy. He's the
Yeah.
He's got 1. He's playing this game and that's it.
No fight in that game is a challenge for him anymore.
Oh. Not tell him nothing.
Right. So this is kind of a weird thing. The KOTOR remake might not be coming out.
Yeah.
So
let's mention it and get a bump in stock.
Yeah. All of the tweets that had the original trailer are gone. Sony claims... Oh, and the original trailer's been pulled off YouTube. Sony claims the reason this happened is because they lost the license to the game, or to the music that was used in the trailer. But this was 3 days ago. And the trailer hasn't come back up. And you and I both know that if you have a problem with a licensed song, sure, it happens, absolutely. It takes... That trailer's like 4 minutes long. You got to get somebody back in the office. You got to put a different soundtrack to it, re-upload it, right? Render it again. 16 hours, maybe.
Yeah.
Even if you're at 4K, 4 minutes, 16 hours, maybe. It's not back up.
Give me the video for the trailer. I will put music on it for you, Sonny. I'll do it for free.
Yeah.
I will take 3 days. You've been down. Give me 3 days. I have it there.
But it's just like, I don't understand this mindset of like, yeah, you know, we had to take it down for this reason, when it's so easy to prove that's not it. Why wouldn't they just re-upload the trailer?
Yeah.
And for anybody who's like, well, maybe they mixed it bad and the trailer has the song Premiere, or if they're not using Premiere, if they're using Sony Vegas, right, Vegas Pro, both have the technology. They're both built with the tools where you can isolate a moment where it's just playing the music and nothing else, and you can remove the entire track from the video. Even if they don't have a master copy that doesn't have the song in there, you know?
That's a weird licensing thing, because that's, you know, really, y'all, whoops, we forgot to pay our fee.
Yeah, that's weird for Sony, right?
Yeah, it is.
I'm out of curiosity.
No, now I'm not gonna do it.
Out of curiosity, can I pull up what's the oldest trailer with licensed music in it that I can pull up from Sony?
Oh, no.
Sony.
Check it out. See what you can find. I don't know.
PlayStation.
I mean, I have no idea what would be other reasons.
Right.
But
they put out a lot of trailers. This is going to take a minute. Okay, I am like 4 months back now. Theoretically, because the KOTOR trailers weren't out that long, the KOTOR remake trailers, right? So theoretically, if I go back 6 months, that should be about the length of time that the KOTOR remake trailer was up. Let's see what we got here.
I have no idea. Click it. Click it, you madman.
I'm looking at...
Click it.
Trying to find stuff that I know had licensed music. The Diablo 4 trailer. Yeah, it's still up. The Diablo 4 trailer had licensed music in it, and it's still up. So what, they paid that one, but didn't pay the KOTOR one?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, that rings weird to me. The Lord of the Rings Gollum trailers are still up. They paid for that music?
They don't have the money to take them down. Taking them down's fired.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It just feels really weird to me. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we just couldn't afford it, I guess. Knights of the Old Republic remake.
This wouldn't be the first time somebody's let trademark rights, copyright, whatever, slip by.
Yeah.
And end up losing their grip on something. But it just seems, one, it doesn't seem like that hard of a fix.
Right.
Two, I don't know.
All right. Well, I'll stop digging into this because we've already proven the point pretty much. I'll move on, but it's dumb. Speaking of dumb, do you remember a few years back when we said that Epic's way of paying ludicrous amounts of money to get exclusives on their platform was not going to pay off in the long run?
Yeah.
Because they were paying devs incredible amounts of money to only have the exclusive for like 6 months. Epic is laying off 16% of their staff.
Well.
That's around 900 people. Just
That's rough.
This is the company that said, yeah, no, we got this. We're going to be bigger than Steam in a year. Just watch.
Not with just no. Yeah, there's no way. That's dumb.
Yep. And then they said, well, Fortnite will carry us. We got all the money we need. Fortnite will carry us. And like every cash cow game,
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's big, it's huge for a long time, and then it falls off. That's how it works. The bigger names have learned how to ride that wave, make their money from it, move on to the next thing. Epic really thought Fortnite would last forever.
Well, Epic also makes gaming, software.
Yeah.
Build stuff, and I believe they thought their last version of it was going to just revolutionize everything.
Yeah.
And everybody can be using that. And, there's a lot of companies that they make their own engine. There's a few other engines out there you can use.
Yeah.
To make a decent game.
Right. Well, and so many people are moving over to, Godot? The one that Stardew Valley dev put a bunch of money for?
Wonder Woman's got a soft.
No, not her. No, it feels like it's crazy to me that they thought it would work, Hey, we just got to keep giving people double the amount that they expect to make from the game in the first place for 6 months.
Yeah.
I
want people, to get paid their worth.
Yeah, for sure.
But you also have to kind of be, fair enough.
Yeah, true though.
Okay.
Well, like the weird thing is she can act. That's the worst part. In Burn Notice? Red Notice? Whatever that movie was called. She was good in that movie.
Burn Notice had Bruce Campbell in it, man.
That's right. I'm thinking of Red Notice. That's the one that's got The Rock and
Oh, okay.
Gal Gadot. But Burn Notice is a good show. Forgot that existed. Bad time. Anyway, yeah, I don't understand what they were thinking.
They weren't. And now you got 900 people out of a job.
Yep. Welcome back.
Excellent. All right.
The last bit of news that I have for you tonight is kind of weird and cool, though. And that's that Super Mario RPG Remake is going to let you choose the soundtrack. You're going to be able to flip and flop between them, kind of like when Halo 2 Remake happened, and you could choose between current graphics and old Halo 2 graphics with the press of a button. It's kind of going to be like that, where you go into the menu, you switch back over to the original soundtrack, or you can switch over to the new soundtrack.
Okay.
More remakes and ports and stuff need to do that. I like the original soundtrack a lot. Could be just because I played it when I was a child. The new stuff is probably good. But if I'm going to play Super Mario RPG, I want to hear the original soundtrack.
Got to be real.
Well, like, we talked about Final Fantasy VII Remake earlier, right? Final Fantasy VII Remake's version of Tifa's theme is my favorite version of Tifa's theme. I love that version of Tifa's theme. Sometimes I just want to listen to the original Tifa's theme, though, When I hear the intro lead into the bombing mission, that's good in the remake. It's great in the original, So, like, I want to flip-flop back and forth, and this gives me the option to do that. I like that.
It's a nice thing to put it in. I understand.
More games should do it. Tifa's theme is great, Dark, and the good thing is you can just do both. There you go. You can just do both.
Right. There you go.
Why choose when you don't have to?
But that you have a nice soundtrack to it.
Oh, now I'm just thinking about Final Fantasy VII music.
I bet you are.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's throw it over to your corner. That's all the news I have for you today.
All right.
Come on, Trey.
Great to end your section of the podcast on Tifa's Tatas. We should shoot for that more often.
Yeah.
As you know, we always start this off with a birthday, and today is Gwen Stefani's birthday.
Okay.
Happy birthday to her! I'm sure she's walking in spider webs or something. The and I'm sure she's working hard on some new music or something, and doesn't have a chance
Yeah.
to tune in tonight.
I'm sure.
She'll catch up later this weekend or whatever. So when she does, Gwen, happy birthday. I'm sure you'll catch this at some point. If that ever pays off, I'm gonna crap a brick on that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I got a kind of a little bit of a sad story.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you about a man named Rob Mercer. He's from Vallejo, California. California, Uberales. Name that band, I'll be impressed.
I don't know.
But Rob Mercer of Vallejo, California, was loves playing poker.
Yeah.
He
I never said I was doing both, Will. I just said Dart could.
All right, fair enough. But he loves playing poker.
Ability.
His dream was to play in the No Limit Hold'em World Championship. I just love the game, love the cards, like betting, bluffing, all that, right? But before he could get himself in position to go to the World Championships, he got some bad news from his doctor. He had stage 4 colon cancer. Which that's a rough diagnosis to get.
Yeah.
For untreatable, you've got you kind of got a expiration date, at that point almost. Harsh as it sound, but he started a GoFundMe, and he was looking for 10 grand to cause that's the buy-in.
Yeah.
World Championships, okay. So I was looking for 10 grand. He ended up getting that 10 grand. And then it went up to 30 grand. Then went up to 50 grand. Then he got offered for during the World Championships to stay in the suite at the Bellagio. Which I don't know what that is because I don't have enough money to know what that is.
Right.
On that.
Just sounds fancy.
Yeah, it sounds fancy. A fellow player who lived in Arizona, pretty state-wise, pretty close right there, right? He who understands, who suffers from chronic illness themselves, donated $2,500. Rob Mercer, the 37-year-old cancer patient, got his dream to go play. The only problem is his cancer was a lie. He lied to start the GoFundMe.
Of course.
Through that. His quote is, "I'm sorry for not being honest about what my situation was. If I would have done that from day one, who knows what would have happened?" He told the newspaper. Like, you wouldn't have went?
Yeah. And he knows that.
Yeah. Nobody was going to fund you to go, man. He does say he will not be refunding any of the money.
Of course.
Because he believes he has undiagnosed breast cancer. He said he has been more or less banished from the poker community.
Yeah.
Yes, I think wanker is an apt term for that.
Uh-huh.
Onto that. Now, I'm sure this infuriates a lot of people as much as it does me.
Right.
Because there's people out there that need help.
Yeah.
They're getting help. There's people out there that don't need help, and they're getting help. And there's people out there that need help. They're not getting help.
Right.
And you've got this wanker
Yeah.
out there scamming people for $50,000 to go play poker because it was his dream. Through that. But that one, I came across that one. It feels that way.
Yeah.
I understand that feeling, Dark. I do.
Yeah.
There's something about it just makes you feel that way about the situation.
One of those pains that once you experience it, you have to share it to others. So, Rugrid?
Yeah. What that? Around, but yeah. So I don't know the guy's address or anything like that or whatever. The guy's name's Rob Mercer. He's a Californian, and he's a douche. He is a complete tool.
Be careful when somebody tells you they need help because they might just be lying.
Well, yeah. But I don't know. It's and this is obviously, this is not the first time I've heard a story like this.
Right.
People starting a GoFundMe account to get donations for whatever fake reason. It's the new version of lawyers ambulance chasing. Right?
Yeah.
Go through.
New grift.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just con artists on through that. But I'm sure Rob Mercer's got other things on his mind. He's dealing with other things and can't be watching right now. But if he ever catches up, I can't stand you, dude.
Yeah.
God, horrible person.
People that do stuff like that are the reason I can't disagree when I'm told people are scum.
Yeah. But I figured I'd give short news, get everybody's blood rolled out before we sign off.
Yeah.
On this.
Hey, sometimes we need a reminder. We can't just have sweet stories all the time.
Next week, I'm working at doing some investigations into the animal uprising. We may be getting back on that. There's a couple of things.
Awesome.
So that this week will be a reminder of why the animals are
right, and who can blame them?
Right.
Well, that leads us into your assignment.
Okay.
All right, chat. We're gonna start up the poll. Know the rules. 1, 2, or 3.
Oh, do I?
Do not say the name of the game in the chat. 1, 2, or 3. Last week's assignment, we didn't vote last week, remember? So that everyone wouldn't feel like he had to play something when he was under the weather. 4 is a reroll. No! 1, 2, or 3. Vote is not quite up yet, but it will be in a... I forgot what order the games were in, and I didn't want to get the order wrong, so... Needed to see them again first. 4 doesn't count! Now I'm seeing some support for 3.
Yeah. All right. Three's getting votes is what I'm hearing.
I always want to do it like the racehorse announcer. Like 3 is coming around the bend. We got 3 coming up. It's making its way. 2 is bringing up the rear.
Gotcha.
No, but the votes don't come in at the same time because of the delay, so it's impossible to do that well.
This is the best way to do it because it's going to be bouncing back and forth. Looks like we got a winner coming up.
So about halfway through the vote, it seems pretty clear what's winning. But YouTube side has not yet chimed in, so I want to leave that going for a little bit longer so that YouTube has a chance to jump in there. They have a preference.
Well, wait on this last one. You got any plugs?
I do, and this is going to be really weird. I've had a lot of time over the last week and a half where it's just me in the field taking care of the animals.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to plug, let me pull up the name of the video, or the name of the channel.
Thank you.
I'm going to plug Ben Saint, who did an 8-hour-long lecture on Mega Man lore. And then Rife XD, I'm about halfway through this one, which is an 8-hour lecture on Bomberman.
I think I know that channel.
So I really enjoyed the full dissertation on Mega Man lore. He did not cover Battle Network. He did not cover Star Force. There's more that he could come back to at some point.
Are they canon?
Those are technically canon, but they're canon to their own universe. All right, we do have a winner, and that is number 3, which means you'll be playing Arcade Paradise.
Arcade Paradise.
Arcade Paradise. Sent you the code.
That's going to be better than R. Kelly Paradise.
Whoa!
All right, let me make sure I got that. Yes, it came through. Okay.
Do you have any plugs? Good.
Not really. I'm about to. We get through here. I'm really on the couch and I'm gonna watch some more House. I got some episodes to go through.
Don't blame you.
Do want to thank everybody for being with us, though. You know how I feel about you. Thousands and thousands of years to create you. Millions of people. Never been anything like you. Never will be again. So this time you spent with us is precious, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
For sure, I agree.
I
Try not to laugh at that. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe. I guess it really depends on the POV.
All right. Well, we'll be back tomorrow with oh no, stop phone. Okay.
What?
I was pulling up that YouTube channel on my phone and it started playing it again. We're back tomorrow with Arcade Paradise. Then Thursday we'll be covering Greek mythology.
Yeah.
And then Friday we'll be doing Liza P. I told you that I had a surprise for you at the end of the show, chat. Next week, of course, we'll be doing Adventure Quest. That's what it's called. But for the week after that, we're going to get weird and frivolous. We're going to play Bomberman 94.
Look, you can't plan stuff out and call it frivolous.
Bomberman 94 is a weird game where you ride lizard Yoshis. So, I played that game. I forgot it existed until I was watching that video, or listening to that video, I guess. And I played that game as a child on Sega Genesis. And yeah, like Mario Yoshi style. And I never beat it because we didn't own it, right? I want to beat that game. And I remember it being not very long. I remember getting close to beating it while playing it at a Walmart. So
I need to beat Vector Man.
Vector Man was great. I owned Vector Man. I did beat Vector Man.
I don't think I ever beat that one.
It's a weird, cool game. Sega Genesis is a good system. But anyway, yeah. So we got some Fridays coming up. We got some good stuff coming. And then, again, tomorrow's video, it's already scheduled for tomorrow, is the Fear and Hunger video. If you're squeamish, as Runger said yesterday, it's a perfect way to put it, I think. You should skip that video. Just throwing it out there. If you're somebody that doesn't handle horror and creepy stuff well, but I think that game's really cool, and I want to play around with it more.
Nice.
Any plugs from you, sir? I already asked that, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah.
So skip it.
Yeah.
Yes, Faith.
Probably. Until next time, then. Oh, and of course, Monday we'll be playing more Lotro. Well, until next time, I've been Trey.
I've been Rungren.
We've been the Full Spectrum Podcast. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum life.